Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our Perspective viewers. Here is some amazing news for our viewers. Yes, dolphins who are spotted in 2009 doing something unusual. A new study sheds light on the reasons behind it. In the Red Sea of the coast of Egypt, bottlenose dolphins were spotted in 2009 doing something unusual. They lined up to rub their bodies against coral. They were choosy about which types of corals they rubbed against, noticed wildlife biologist Angela Giltner, a guest researcher at the University of Zurich, who spent the next 13 years trying to unravel the perplexing behavior. The results of her extensive research on the community of 360 dolphins were published on Thursday. By observing the dolphins and studying the properties of the coral, Giltner and her colleagues discovered that the dolphins appear to use the reef as a medicine chest. Bioactive compounds in mucus released by two different types of coral and a sea sponge likely help the dolphins protect their skins. It is the first time this type of behavior has been witnessed in cetaceans, the scientific order of marine mammals that includes dolphin, whales, and porpoises. The study said, however, some birds, mammals, insects, and reptiles have previously been observed using plant foods or other substances to combat pathogens or parasites. It took Giltner years of scuba giving with the local dolphin population to earn their trust. You have to be kind of adopted by the dolphins. It took time to actually see all their secrets, he said. The dolphins only rubbed against a Gorgonian coral known as Ramphalia agritio, the leather coral sarcopithon species, the sea sponge, Ersenius sp. Gilton was worse. What's more, they used the organism in different ways with leather corals and sponges, which are more compact and harder in texture than the soft Gorgonian coral branches. The dolphins tended to push an isolated body part in and twist it around. The study found, in contrast, they slit their entire bodies into the Gorgonian coral several times, rubbing multiple body parts at once. The dolphin behaviors of rubbing against the Gorgonian corals dubbed gorgoning and gelatinous research were first revealed in 2017 in the documentary Blue Planet 2 and a number of other nature documentaries. However, this is the first time a detailed study of the behavior has been published in a scientific journal. When in groups, the dolphins often lined up and took turns rubbing against the Gorgonian coral, interacting with the leather coral did not appear to be a group activity. With leather coral, a dolphin would sometimes uproot it from the ground and carry it in its mouth for a few minutes, swinging it around. An action that caused the compounds to leak out of the coral and spread around the dolphin's head, staining it yellow and green. Because the reef is protected, the team obtained permission to take small samples, just a centimeter, of the corals and sea sponge used by the dolphins. The study analysis found that these organisms contain 17 bioactive compounds with different properties such as antibacterial, antioxidative, or hormonal attributes, said co-author Gertrude Morlock, an analytical chemist and professor of food science at Justus Liebig University, Gießen in Germany. The three different organisms showed similar and some different effects, Morlock said. In common was that all three had a wealth of antibacterial and antimicrobial activities. What was special for the leather coral? For example, it contained estrogen-like compounds, while not the other two. We are surprised to find that there were so many compounds, he said. We think the dolphins very clearly select these substrates, and we have proven they have bioactive compounds, and when they rub on these, into those corals, their skin is in direct contact with these molecules. The purpose of the behavior is likely to regulate and protect the skin microbiome, a bit like how humans might use a skin cream. Moloch explained, she said that the research team did not have definitive proof that the dolphins were using the coral as a form of medicine. Although dolphins do regularly suffer from fungal infections and skin rashes. Not even dolphin in the pod rubs against coral young calves under 1 year old. Just watch, Gilter said. This led the researchers to believe the behavior is learned rather than innate. Initially, this behavior could have arisen as a result of a drive or instinct or just merely by chance. Perhaps a dolphin with irritated skin rubbed along a random coral that released skin healing chemicals. The relief dolphins remembered the behavior and repeated them, then taught those behaviors to others, as in the case of Australian bottlenose sponge-wearing population, said Diana Barrett, a lecturer in the Department of Biology at the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth, who was not involved in the research. The ability to remember the behavior and the resultant effects and then repeat those behaviors to treat future skin problems adds the wealth of evidence that dolphins are intelligent, she said. Beyond the report for Shakti USA.